Good day everyone, my name is Mark and welcome to my tutorial. Today I'm going to teach you in how to do a facial reg and include the eye reg for this character. So I deleted the body of this character because we don't need the tutorial because I have the tutorial there on how to create a reg, and now this one is for facial reg. Okay, and also by the help of Shepkey, we don't use any third-party software for this tutorial. Okay, all of this tutorial is exclusive only for Blender software and no add-ons. Okay, let's start. And first I'm going to supposedly I'm going to create a bone for our head, and but first I'm going to apply all the transformation to reset all of the transformation first. And okay, and of course our eyes is I apply this one a mirror UV sphere, simple eye for a simple tutorial. And I'm not going to use this in one mesh, so I'm going to separate them, and I'm going to select and highlight. I just select the x-ray and highlight this left eye eyeball and press P and go for selection. Now they are separated, they're not one mesh. Okay, and like that. Okay, I'm going to add shift A and I'm going to use an armature single bone. Okay, and I hit tab and I bring this one here. Supposedly this one our bone for the head, no? And I'm going to rename this bone head. Okay, and so on and so forth. We have our bone here, for example. Just imagine we have only one bone here for our head, and I'm going to excuse me. I'm going to reg first the facial, and then after the eye. So I'm going to extrude here down. I'm in the right orthographic. I just press 3 to my numpad. So I'm going to put the bone here and extrude this to his jaw right here. And this is our jaw. And I'm going to delete this bone. We don't need that. And hold on Shift D to duplicate and put this one here. Why? Because I'm going, if just for example, we have a teeth for this character, and we can parent the upper teeth and the lower teeth and the tongue together with this bone. That is the reason why I put bone here. So this is I'm going to rename this one Joe, of course. Joe top, enter, and Joe bot, and I hit enter. Okay, and now I'm going to have another extrusion here to the y-axis. I just press E and Y for extrusion, and I'm going to unparent this one by hold on Shift P and clear parent, so I can move this or resize this one here, and press 3 and grab, press G to grab. Okay, grab Y. And anyone those who have hard time doing this workflow of all of the viewport, I have a tutorial here in our page. You can find them and learn more maneuvers to learn more how to use our Blender interface. Now this one is centered, right? And I'm going to rename this one lip top, and press 3 to the right orthographic and Shift D to duplicate and bring this one here down and rename this one lip bot for bottom. Okay, now I go for front orthographic, number 1 numpad, and select this one. First I'm going to hide this one. I press H to hide this one and Alt H to unhide. Okay, you can hide bones. Okay, so you can work without any disturbance. So I hold on Shift D to duplicate this one, and I'm going to rename this one lip top dot L. Okay, why did I put dot L to this bone? because this bone is in the left side of his face. This one is a left top because this one is in the center only. So I'm going to put this one on left top because we're going to mirror this bone to the right. Okay, press 1. Now shift D to duplicate. Now in the next duplicate, I there's no way, or you can rename this one or not, because Blender will put automatic names for this. So laptop.l, and this one is 001. Of course the next is 002, right? Okay, now I'm going to put a bone here, and the last bone is here. Okay, and I'm going to adjust this bone to the perspective view, and grab this bone and press Y, press G and Y. So the only moves you can use is G and Y here, and supposedly our bone is in our lips. Okay, there are two possible joint in our bone. This one is our base, and this one is the head. Like for example, this one's the last, this one is first, and this one is second. This one must be put near to the mesh, or inside of the mesh, like inside of our lips. Okay, just try to adjust them. This one is no worry, you don't have to worry if this one is big or small. The important is our bone, this one, the base. Okay, now next is this one. This one is left bottom, and I'm going to duplicate this one by pressing Shift D and X, and bring this one here, and rename this one. Going to just backspace and dot L, right? Lipboat.l. Now I'm going to Shift D, and this guy will automatically rename lipboat.001, and bring this one inside. No, grab and Y. Okay, hold on. Oh no, I'm going to put just two child to this bone. Okay, and adjust them. Press 1. I want to bring this bone here, and this one is here, and careful, because you're going to move the center. This one must be in the center. Okay, not here or there, exactly center. So how to move this one exact? You just press G and just grab, and Z, press Z, and you can grab this bone, and this one you can grab this one anywhere you like. Okay, just be careful if you're going to move the center bone, the bone that is in the center. Now we can click, or highlight all of this bone here in the left side, and then right click and go symmetrize. See, our Blender renamed the bone .r, meaning right. Okay, so be careful. Okay, now I'm going to highlight the top left bone, all of this bone here, hold on Shift, and all the right bone on the top, and the last is hold on Shift, click this bone. This is the center bone, which is the parent of all of this bone, because I'm going to Control P and then keep offset. Okay, if I go to the pose mode and grab this bone, I can grab all of my bone to the left and right using this bone, and we can also grab the bone here individually, and select all, Alt R and Alt G to reset the location and rotation. Okay, sometimes we just do mistakes and grab the bone anywhere you like, so we can grab all of them selecting A and then Alt R and Alt G. Okay, keep in mind, and I hit Tab for the edit mode. Likewise, this bone in the bottom left side, I'm going to hold on Shift, and also the right side, and the last is in the center bottom of our left of his lips, and I'm going to control P and keep offset. Likewise, we can control this one later, and all of the children here in the bottom lips will follow, right? Now I'm going to click this bone, the mother bone of this forebone, and hold down shift click to our jaw, lower jaw, and I'm going to control P and keep offset. Okay, and the center bone here in the top, we can click this one and hold down shift and parent to this bone. So this bone is the mother of our top lip bone. Okay, that in the center. Now I'm going to unhide, Alt H, because I'm going to use another extrusion here, or rather duplicate this bone. Okay, you can shift D and use this bone. Okay, this bone is in the center, and if we're going to move this bone to the right, this is not in the center now, so we need to rename this bone. So this bone will be named as an I top, right? And we are in the left, right? Dot L. Okay, and press 3, and we're going to put this one not in the eyeball but in the eyelashes, near in the eyelashes. Okay, going to put this one here, and this one is top, right? And I'm going to hold down shift and duplicate and bring this one to Z axis to make this one like accurate, you know, and grab this one to Y and bring Z. Okay, bring Y like that. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to press this one, press 1 in the numpad to bring you in the front orthographic. You just duplicate this one, no worries to rename because we're in the left side. Remember that every time we're going to duplicate our blender, we put a names. Okay, you can see the itop.l and 002, and I'm going to bring this one here and hold on shift D to duplicate and bring Y. Remember, we're going to put our base joint here near to the mesh. Okay, and I'm going to bring this one to X and bring Y. Now I go to for 1 and duplicate ones here and bring on the Y axis here in the side of her eyelashes. Okay, and bring this one right. Okay, no worries if you have if you are not like for example like this one is going facing down, no worries, the important is this one. Okay, or keep in mind. Next is I'm going to duplicate ones here because I need a bone here. Press 1 and shift D, duplicate here and press 3. Okay, I think we're good. Now in the bottom I'm going to add a bone here, shift D and bring this one Y axis. Okay, the next press 1. This one may be too much. Okay, I need to bring this one down a little bit and hold on shift D and bring an X like that, and we're good. Now I press 1 and hold on shift D and bring Z, a little bit, and bring it into the Y. Grab, press G and then Y. Now we're good because we are in the right we are creating in the right area of his face, so we can just highlight all of this, right click and symmetrize. You can see we have our bone here, and this all of this bone is named itop.r, right? And this one also bottom. Okay, now we are good. I think we're good. Now I'm going to go out in the object mode, and I'm going to remove the X-ray. And remember that we are not seeing our bone. We can see our bone here in our object data. Click our bone and go for object data and go for viewport display, and you can tick this box like in front, so we can see our bone projecting in our perspective view or any view you like here in our Blender interface. Now first I'm going to click the mesh. Okay, keep in mind, and hold on shift and click the bone. Okay, I'm going to press P, and then I'm going to use with automatic weights. Okay, I hit tab, I click the bone. Okay, not the mesh but the bone, and I go for pose mode. Now I'm going to rotate this one Z axis so we can see the influence of our head is 100%. He's controlling this mesh head. Okay, like for example, we going to the character will lean and below and on the top. Okay, so we have a good weights here. Now next is we going to select this bone, and remember this bone here from the right and the left bone, there are the children of this bone. So if you're going to grab this one, going to top, you can see that we can open our mouth, or this one we can grab and bring this one Z, and this one also we can control this one here. All of this bone here in his bottom left, we can control also here, because this bone is parent to this bone, right? So we can just rotate and press X, and we can open our mouth together with our jaw, right? As well in our eyes, but we forgot to parent this one, so hit tab. So this is the bone, our mother bone maybe. Okay, this one is armature. Okay, this is our mother bone, and we can select all of this bone here, and the last is hold on shift our mother bone, and control P and keep offset. And also this is the mother bone on the top top both, I mean. So hold on shift, and the last is this one, and we can control P and keep offset. So I hit tab, so I can grab this bone and bring this one up, and also this one, bring this one down. Okay, if you have problems like this one, like for example I'm going to bring this one down and having a problem that our eyebrows will come together with our eyes, so we need to correct the weights of this bone. So we need to Alt R, select all, Alt R and Alt G to reset the rotation and location. So we need to fix this one. So click our bone first and hold on shift, click our mesh, okay, and go for weight paint. For better result, I advise that you don't need the brush. Okay, use the gradient tool. So I'm going to make the weights into 0, and I go for gradient. Okay, the gradient tool is one of my specialties. So I go here for linear. I'm going to choose the linear, and now I'm going to select this bone, right? You see, the bone is influencing weights, including his forehead. So we need to fix this one. Press 1, and I just grab, you know what is gradient? Like gradient tool is like fading or having an opacity on the edge of the you know what is gradient. I just grabbing this bone, and you can also like adjust this one where you want to go your gradient would be by holding the left key, left click, and just move it, no? Your mouse, just move your mouse. because I want the eye only will be influencing with this bone, like that. So I'm going to grab this one down like that and bring this one down, and again this one, I'm going to correct this one, and again I'm going to hide this bone and click here. Okay, he is controlling here, and adjust using the gradient and correct this bone, correct the weights here, and here also we can grab. If you use the brush, you need to set the settings here of the brush so you can completely remove the weights if you wanted. But the gradient tool is one of my best weight corrections for Blender. See? And this bone, oh, too much. I only need here. You can see I can make a sharp gradient by moving the mouse a little bit, maybe 1 inch. But if I'm going to move the gradient wider, you see that the gradient have this a good edge, like bleed, a good bleed to our weights. So I'm going to move small, you have a sharp bleed. Okay, you can control the gradient if you want. Now I want the weights would be here. Okay, this one, good. Now I'm going to use the eye. Look that the eyebrow are not influencing our bone, right? And this one need to fix this one, and I need this one softer, like that. Or having a, so I go here and put weights because I want to add weights. So I'm going to add weights and go back to gradient, and this time I'm going to use a radial. So what is radial? Like a circle with a bleed on the side, like this one. Okay, like like what I did in the linear, which is a line, and this one is radial, which is circle, right? Now I'm going to move this one, and see, we have a good weights influencing our eye here, and I need weights here more. See that? The next is here. So this one will be animating including our face, so we need to correct this one. Remove the weights and go for our gradient and go for linear. You can use radial for this. Look, we have a circle. Okay, we are forming a circle, but I need a linear for this. I'd rather go for linear. Going to remove, and I'm going to add, I use radial. Okay, now this one, like that, and also this one, including, look, the weights is going to his nose, so we're going to remove this one and correct the weights. Okay, and here, okay, 1 3, this one we're going to correct. I want to make this one faster. With some of my students begging for tutorial that would last for 20 minutes only, but I can't. Okay, if I give you a 20 minutes tutorial, you don't have nothing. So like that, you can see how beautiful gradient will help us throughout removing or adding weights to our character. Now we're going to grab this parent and grab this one here. So no worries if we have problems here, and also we can try to delete this one. Okay, we're going to delete this bone, hit tab and delete. Going to try this one, and we're going to symmetrize this bone. Okay, once again symmetrize and hit tab, and again going to here and bone, and we go for pose mode, and oh sorry, not pose mode, click our bone, our mesh, and go for weight painting and hide, right? But still they're using the weights there, so we're going to need to correct also. I thought I could remove the weights using the influence of the left side bone. Oh, so we need to work with this to have a good eye weights. Okay, I'm using the linear. Okay, next, oops sorry, you need to move more and remove this one, and click this bone and hide again this one. When you hide the bone in weight painting, you must unhide them before you're going out, because you will maybe forgot where did you hide it and having a hard time because you can't find the bone. Okay, you must be aware and remove that there. And the last is here. It will not take time, maybe 10 minutes of adjusting this one. And okay, here I'm going to test. Good. This one here, remove. Oops, too much sharp. I'm going to undo and bring this one brush here. So if you want to have a soft bleed here, you need to point your mouse here and just grab the mouse. Okay, if you need sharp, you go here and bring this one here. Right, the next is here, and like that, and this one here. And I'm sure we have problems, okay, and we can solve this one. Wait, I'm going to grab this bone here in our pose mode. No, in the weight painting, sorry, weight painting. I'm going to grab this bone and bring this one to the y-axis. You can see that we have a mesh that don't have a weight because we're removing weights from the eye bone. So that is the reason why we have this kind of problem. So no worries, we can solve this one. Okay, how to solve this one? And I'm going to click the head bone, and I'm going to grab this to the y-axis, this one, and by highlighting this one, and I'm going to the brush, and I'm going to add a weight, and I go for a gradient, and I'm going to like just put the weights here. Okay, and boom, done. Okay, and Alt G, okay, to reset the location. Now I'm going to rotate, and we don't have any problem anymore with our mesh. Okay, I go back to the object mode, and we're good to go. Again, I'm going to test pose mode and grab our bone. Okay, good, and bring our bone down. Good, and this one having a problem because this one having a weight. Okay, there. So we need to go back object mode, and here bone and weight painting. Bone and a mesh. Go for weight painting. Click this bone, and where did the bone? Where is that bone? This one. We forgot to remove the weights of this, or to correct. Okay, and we need to, you see, undo. You see the problem we had, and we're going to remove the weights, and those one are fixed. And maybe we have a problem also. We need to test this one again. Select this bone and grab the y-axis. Grab in the y-axis again. We need to do some weights here, and go for gradient, and highlight the head, and just click and just apply the gradient there. Okay, go out to pose mode, and we can reset the location here, and I'm gonna Alt G. Okay, again I can like move this one down. Okay, good. Okay, good. No worries with that. We can fix this problem here in our shape key. So, and the reason why I'm putting here a bone, because this one will help us, okay, to bring this eyelid or eye mesh here, to bring this one closer, and we're going to animate or having a shift key, a shift key. Okay, and I'll rotate this one in our x-axis. Now I'm going to reset and reset the location and rotation. Alt R, Alt G. So the next is the eye. Okay, I'm going to add a new bone. I hit tab, or this one we can copy this bone. Okay, S3, and copy. Bring this one. So bring this one in the y-axis and click. And we're going to unparent this one. Okay, Alt P to clear parent. Now I hit tab. This mesh, this eyeball, we're going to tab and edit, no? And then press A to select all, and hold on Shift, cursor to selected, and tab. Okay. Now the cursor is in the center with the together in the center of our eyeball, in the left eyeball. Okay, and I hit this bone, I hit tab. Now I'm going to click the base. Remember that this is the important one to the bone, because this one will have the 100 or the weights. The influence of the weights is came from this joint. Okay, to this bone. Now I'm going to hold on Shift S and then select it to cursor. Okay, now that bone, now our bone is jumping to that cursors that we are cursor selected. Okay, and also this one I'm going to Shift A and then select it to cursor. Now I'm going to press G and Y. Okay, like that. Now this is our bone that aligned in the perfect aligned in our eyeball. Okay. Oh, I forgot. I need to put this on the top. So how to bring this one? Okay, I'm going to bring this one, this joint here to our cursor selected. So I'm going to Shift A, cursor to selected, and just press G and Z. Okay, and bring this one up. I'm going to explain this one later. Okay, and because we're going to put an eye key with this bone, okay, to be animated. Now I'm going to extrude this one here on the y-axis. Now we have two bones here, and this bone will not be parented to this bone, so this bone will be our control. This is our eye control. Okay, I'm going to Alt P and clear the parent to this bone. And this bone, we're going to highlight this bone and hold on shift, highlight also this bone, shift click and control P, and then keep offset. Okay, so every time we're going to move our head, like for example, so we're going to move our head, this bone will go together to our mesh, no? And Alt R and Alt G. Select Alt R and Alt G to reset the location and the rotation. Okay, now I'm going to have an I key with this bone. Okay, and I'm going to rename also this bone. So this bone will be our eyeball dot L, because we are in the left, and also this one will be our eye control dot L, right? Now I'm going to symmetrize this, no? Right click and go for edit mode. I almost forgot. You need to symmetrize in the bow and edit mode. So highlight all of this these two bone and right click and symmetrize. So we have our bone there perfectly aligned in the center of our eyeball there. Okay, in the right eyeball. Now, and I'm going to highlight this one, first this one, and this is the last, and I hit for post mode, and I'm going to hold on shift and press I. Okay, shift I and add to active bone, and you can see our mesh just a little bit snap to the like the y axis. We need to set our I key, the chain length, no, we need to put into 1, and this one will bring back our mesh in the original position. And the next I'm going to do is to bring this bone to the y-axis, like that. So I'm going to hit tab, this one will go to the original position, right? But I go for the post mode, this bone will jump here, and our bone here having an I key, it will follow our control. Like for example, I'm going to move this eye control like around and going up and going down and up. You can see our eyeball following our control, right? So every time I'm going to Alt R, like for example, I'm going to Alt R and Alt G and select A, Alt R and Alt G, this one will go to our original position, and of course I can grab this one anytime I like. Okay, and of course I'm going to go to tab and delete this one, right? Delete the bone and click this bone and hold on shift, forgot, sorry, right click and symmetrize. This one have an I key also. I'm going to grab this one here, right? Now supposedly I'm going to grab these two eyes, and this two eye controlled left and right, I'm going to move it, and look, our eyeball bone is following our eye control. Okay, now we're going to parent our eyeball with this bone individually, right? Remember, I did not put our mesh or eyeball in a one mesh. I separated them. So this technique also can be used in a weapon. Like for example, you're going to click a mesh and you're going to apply to the exact the exact locations of a hands, for example, or head. If you're going to add a hat, like a props, you can use this technique. But this one, I'm going to use this one to our eye. Okay, now I'm going to highlight first the eye left. I'm going to rename this one. This one is our eyeball. Okay, and that L, I can rename this one. This one is mesh. This will not conflict our bone. Okay, and also this spear, I'm going to eyeball dot R to make it right. Select the mesh first, and last is our bone. Okay, look, the bone is highlighted, all of them. So we need to go to the pose mode. Okay, so which bone we're going to parent this eyeball is this one, our left bone, right? Left eyeball bone. Control P, and then instead of automatic weights we go for bone. Okay, see? And the next is I'm going to go to object mode. Again, select this eyeball. This one is the right eyeball, and hold on shift, select the bone, and go for pose mode and highlight this right eyeball bone, and control P and bone. Okay, now if I'm going to move this bone, the bone is following, but we cannot see what is happening, and we need to put a textures to our eyeball, and I'm going to click this bone, click the mesh, and I'm going to hold on shift H. Okay, so hold on shift S is to isolate him um, from other meshes. Okay, or from other bone. If you want to hold on shift the bone, those bone will be isolated from any object you want. Okay, I'm going to add a material to this, and I'm going to hit new material, and I going to put another material to this, another new. So we have two material, and this is our cornea, maybe supposedly cornea. Okay, and this is our eyelid or eye. Okay, now I'm going to hit tab, and I'm going to change this one into black color. Okay, and I hit tab, and I click this one to make this one unhighlighted. Okay, so deselect, and I go for face here, and you can press 3 in the keyboard, and press C to selection tools like brush selection tools, and you just left click. Okay, and then right click to go out to the brush selection tools, and now you highlight this black material, and you go for assign and hit tab. Okay, we have this material here, and also we can apply this one to other to the other eyeball. Okay, alt H to unhide, and we can click this bone and hold on shift, right, shift H, and hit tab, and go for face, of course, here. And first we need a material, which is the cornea. Next is our eye, right, and assign. Now alt H, we have our two. Now I'm going to go for pose mode and grab this bone, and I go for like to remove this one to see what is happening, and I'm going to move the two bone eye control to the left and to the right, going down and going up. You can see that we have our nice eye coordination here, and also we can have a like a funny moment with our character. We can grab this one to the right, and see, we have our nice eye control here using only the blender without any third party. So we can reset and alt H, alt R and alt G. You see that our eyeball is missing, but no worries, you can go click this eye control and grab this one forward, and everything will be fine. Okay, in the center. Now I'm having problem with this because this one is too this is for individual eye controls. I want to move this one, like I'm going to use only one bone, and I'm going to move both of this bone. So we're going to hit tab. I'm going to highlight this bone, these two joint here, and hold on shift, and I go for cursor to selected, and we have our cursor selected between these two joint, right, in the center. Now I'm going to add a new bone like Shift A, and this bone will be bring this one to the y-axis like that, and I'm going to rename this one. This one is our base control, I base control, meaning like the parent of our eye control, right? Now I'm going to highlight this eye control left and then eye control right, and I'm going to hold on shift and click our eye base control and control P and keep offset, right? Now the problem here, if I'm going to the pose mode and I'm going to, like, for example, the character will go to the left, and the problem is our eyes and don't have um, proper coordination, so we need to fix this one. Like we're going to alt select A, alt R and alt G to make sure, and you can grab this one here to the y-axis. Remember to pull our eye control. Excuse me. Now I go for edit mode. I hit tab, I hold down this one, click this one first and hold down shift, and last click our head. Now we need to control P and keep offset. Right, we have a string there that our this bone is connected to this bone, so every time I'm going to the pose mode, like for example our character here will to the look for the sky, our bone and eye coordination will be perfect. Okay, and now we can control our characters using this bone, and like for example the eye movement, right? You can see we can control our characters eye. Now how about the shape key? What is the shape key? Shape key can give attributes or can help us throughout our facial animation. So we can go to the object mode and go for the pose mode first to reset all of the location and rotation, this one, and bring this one forward and go for object mode, right? Just for example, the character is sleeping, he is asleep. Okay, we're going to animate this one. So just for example, bring this one up a little bit like that, and also this bone is going down, and this bone also is going up, right? Now you can see that our bone here is not perfectly closed. We can help this one with our reg like that. Now I go out for the object mode and I'm going to hide the bone. I'm pressing H. Okay, now this is our mesh using those reg that we are using, and I go for the to click this mesh, and I go here to our object data properties. You can see that we have our vertex group here, and we have a shape keys, and we have UV maps. So shape keys we need to add. Okay, so the standard name of our shape keys here is bases. So bases we have our original mesh, so we can rename this one original mesh. Okay, keep in mind that this is the original mesh. We can't do anything with this except we're going to add another mesh. You can see that we have values and we have range minimum and maximum. So we have this original, you don't have settings here, but in the next shift key that we're going to apply, we can apply a 1 value. Okay, keep in mind that if we are putting a 1 value, meaning that we can do something here in our mesh. So we need to go for sculpting. Okay, in the sculpting we can correct this one, like for example I hold on shift or grab, I need to have our mirror, good, and we can grab meshes, right, and hold on shift and shift there, and we can put annihilate here. Okay, to help us to close this beautiful eyes of our character. You can see we have a good mesh here now, right? Also our lips, and we need to hold on shift here to have a good night's sleep. Okay, and I'm going to add a shift here because every time we're sleeping we can we didn't realize this, but our lips is like popping up like that because we're sleeping, right? Sometimes we look like a monkey. Okay, now our character here in our layout are sleeping, and we have a 1 influence. If you're going to 0, it will bring this one to our original mesh with our reg. And this shift key will help us to have a beautiful sleeping textures, right? And we're going to rename this one sleeping mesh, sleeping face, sleepy head. Sleepy head. Okay, we can rename this one sleepy head. Now good. Now I'm going to bring this one in 0, and I can go back here, and we have a sleepy head, right? And you can go back to our unhide to our bone, and I go for pose mode, and I'm going to reset all of the location and rotation and bring this one forward to see our eyeball, right? Go back to our object mode. The next expressions we're going to use is a surprise. Like for example, we see something below, and like for example, we see a cash worth of $1,000. Okay, and our character is surprised, and we need to go for pose mode. And because he is surprised, his mouth is open like that, and his eyes, or rather I'm going to put this one a normal. I go here to the object mode and hide the bone. The next, I'm going to add a shape K here. Okay, and I'm going to put this one surprise. And now our character will put a 1 value, where because we cannot apply any changes. Like for example, I go for sculpting, right? I cannot make any changes here. Like I'm going to grab, there's nothing happening here, so you need to put a 1 value, and then you can go back to sculpting. Our character is surprised, right? And he have a good smile like that. Ooh, and his lip is like pointing upward just like that. Wow, he saw something below, and I cash like $1,000, and remove the undo. I'm going to remove the X mirror. Oh, right, and like that. Ah, now I go here, and our character unhide, and I go here for our pose mode, and I'm going to bring this one down, right? Z axis, right? Ooh, right? Now I'm going to animate this one. Okay, I go here to our shift K and click the this mesh. I'm going to put this one in the 0 value, right? And also our reg, I'm going to put this one here in the standard closing mouth, right? Now I'm going to animate this one for just maybe 20 frames like that. So I'm going to select all of the bone. I'm going to hit I, and I'm going to set the keyframe in the rotation and also the location. Okay, now we have a keyframe here. In 20 frames, this guy saw the cash, so this one is open his mouth. Ooh, and I'm going to set the rotation with this. You can see I can open and close here to the 20 frames, and I can go out to the object mode and click the mesh, and of course this guy in this one is, I'm going to put a keyframe here, okay, in the 20 frame he's surprised, and the 0 frame he is in the normal state of his space, and I'm going to add a keyframe. Watch carefully. Woo! $1,000. What the fuck? Again? Woo! Right? So we are not using any third-party software here, and all of this technique is in Blender. So hopefully guys you've learned something here, and don't forget to share this video and subscribe. My name is Mark. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.